Bangkok, Thailand. October 2008. Wednesday afternoon, 3:15 p.m. Silom Road, one of Bangkok's busiest commercial districts. Thousands of people, street vendors, tourists, office workers, tuk-tuks weaving through traffic. The smell of street food mixing with exhaust. The noise of a city that never stops moving. Damme is 47 years old. In Bangkok for a film promotion. JCVD has just released his most personal film. The one where he plays himself, where he breaks down crying on camera, where he admits his failures, his addictions, his loneliness. Critics are calling it his best work, his most honest performance. He's doing press, interviews, appearances. Today he has 3 hours between commitments. His publicist suggested shopping. His security suggested staying in the hotel. Damme chose walking, just walking, experiencing the city. He loves Bangkok. The energy, the chaos, the beauty hidden inside the madness. He's wearing simple clothes, jeans, white shirt, baseball cap, sunglasses, trying to blend in, mostly succeeding. His security guard Marco walks a few steps behind. Enough space to give Damme privacy, but close enough to intervene. They've been walking for 40 minutes, browsing street markets, stopping at food stalls. Damme bought mango sticky rice from an elderly woman, ate it standing on the street like a local, paid double the asking price because it was worth it. They're on Silom Road near the intersection with Sala Dang when it starts. 3 police officers approach a street vendor, Thai man, maybe 55 years old, selling handmade leather goods, wallets, belts, small bags, everything spread on a blanket on the sidewalk. His name is Chai. Damme has been watching him for 5 minutes, admiring a leather wallet, thinking about buying it. Chai is a craftsman. The work is good, real skill in the stitching. The 3 officers are young, early 20s, 2 men, 1 woman. Uniforms crisp, but their body language is wrong immediately. Not professional, not routine, something else. Aggressive from the start. The lead officer speaks to Chai in rapid Thai, demanding. Chai responds, calm, reaches for something, papers, license. The officer grabs his wrist before he can show them, twists it hard. Chai yelps. Damme straightens. Something is very wrong. The officer throws Chai's papers on the ground, doesn't look at them, didn't want to see them. Chai was going to show legal papers, and the officer stopped him. Didn't want evidence of legality, wanted the arrest regardless. The second officer grabs Chai's display blanket, starts throwing his merchandise, wallets and belts scattering, some falling into the street, getting run over by passing motorbikes. Hours of work destroyed in seconds. Chai is yelling now, not angry, desperate, pleading, his hands raised, trying to explain. The first officer grabs his arm, handcuffs out, ready to arrest him. Damme looks at Marco. Marco is already shaking his head. Don't. This is Thailand. This is corrupt police. You cannot interfere with Thai police. They can arrest you too. They can make your life very difficult here. This is not your business. Damme watches Chai, 55-year-old man, craftsman, working legally, about to be arrested because he couldn't pay the bribe these officers wanted. The papers on the ground are his permits, his licenses, everything legal, everything in order. The officer just didn't want to see them. Damme looks at his phone, thinks about what Marco said, thinks about the smart thing to do, the safe thing. Then he takes out his phone, starts filming. The officers don't notice immediately. They're focused on Chai. Damme films everything. Chai's papers on the ground, the merchandise being thrown, the wrist grab, the handcuffs coming out. He films for 30 seconds. Then he walks forward. Marco grabs his arm. Damme, don't. Damme removes Marco's hand gently. Wait here. He walks to the officers. Stands close, still filming. The female officer notices first, sees the phone, sees the camera pointed at them, says something to her colleagues. The lead officer looks up, sees Damme. Recognition flickers, then anger. In Thailand, in 2008, Damme is very famous. JCVD is showing everywhere. His face is on billboards, on bus advertisements. Everyone knows him here. The officer says something in Thai, sharp, commanding. Damme doesn't speak Thai, but he understands the tone. Stop filming. He doesn't stop. He says calmly in English, I'm documenting this. Whatever you're doing here, it's being recorded. Every news channel in this country has my number right now for JCVD press. If I send them this video in the next 5 minutes, it will be on every screen in Bangkok tonight. The officer's face goes red, furious. He steps toward Van Damme, points at the phone. Delete video. No. Delete or I arrest you also. For what? Standing on a public street, filming in a public space. The officer reaches for Van Damme's phone. Van Damme takes one step back, just one, keeps the phone raised, keeps filming. If you touch me, this goes everywhere immediately. Not in 5 minutes. Now. I'll live stream it. He bluffs about the live stream. The technology exists, but he doesn't actually know how to do it quickly. But the officer doesn't know that. The second officer is whispering to the first. Urgent. Recognizing Van Damme. Calculating. The famous actor making a scene on Silom Road in the middle of the day, with a video already shot. Arresting him would make things infinitely worse. The female officer says something. Both men listen. She's the smart one, understanding the situation. The calculation happening in real time. Arresting Chai gets them $50 in bribe money if they process him correctly. Arresting Van Damme gets them fired. Possibly worse. The lead officer releases Chai's arm, stares at Van Damme for a long cold moment, then says something to Chai in Thai. Sharp words. Chai doesn't respond, keeps his eyes down. The 3 officers walk away. Don't run, don't rush, maintain dignity. But they leave. Van Damme watches them go, then looks at Chai. The elderly vendor is on his knees, collecting his merchandise from the sidewalk, from the street, some pieces damaged, a wallet run over by a motorbike, a belt buckle broken. Van Damme kneels beside him, starts helping, picking up wallets, gathering belts. Chai looks at him, confused, then recognizing, eyes widening. He speaks in Thai. Van Damme doesn't understand the words, but he understands the gratitude. It's okay. Van Damme says, it's okay. He helps Chai collect everything. Then he picks up the papers that were thrown. Chai's vendor license, his business permit, all legal, all valid. He hands them back to Chai, who takes them with shaking hands. Marco approaches, his face showing complicated emotions. Relief that the situation resolved. Worry about what comes next. We need to leave, now. Those officers will come back, with friends, more authority. They will be angry. Van Damme nods. He buys 3 wallets from Chai, pays way too much. Chai tries to refuse the extra money. Van Damme insists. They shake hands. Chai says something. Marco translates. He says you are a good man. He says thank you. He says he will pray for you. Van Damme nods. Tell him to keep his papers visible, on top. So they have to see them first. Marco translates. Chai nods. They leave. Walk back toward the hotel. Marco is quiet for 2 blocks. Then you know what's going to happen now. I know. They'll file a report. Say you interfered with police duties. In Thailand, that's a serious charge. I was filming on a public street. Doesn't matter here. The law works differently. They have influence. They have contacts. Especially tourism police in this district. By tomorrow there will be pressure on the film company, pressure on the hotel, suggestions that your presence is creating problems. I know. Was it worth it? Van Damme looks at the video on his phone. Chai's papers on the ground, the merchandise being thrown, the wrist grab. He thinks about sending it to the press, decides against it. Making it public would embarrass the Thai police officially, create a diplomatic incident, maybe endanger Chai, who still has to live and work here. Exposing the corruption publicly feels good but might make things worse for the people being victimized. He keeps the video, doesn't send it. The threat was enough. The intervention was enough. The next morning Van Damme's publicist gets a call from the film's Thai distributor, who got a call from someone in the tourism police, who got a call from someone in the district police. Van Damme interfered with police operations on Silom Road, created a public disturbance. We strongly suggest he complete his remaining press obligations and depart Thailand as scheduled. Any additional appearances or public activities beyond scheduled press are not recommended. Banned. Not officially. Nothing in writing. No legal document. Just a strong suggestion from people who have power here. Stay in the hotel. Do your press. Leave. If you don't, we'll make your scheduled press very difficult. We'll find reasons to revoke the film's distribution permits. We'll create problems. Van Damme's remaining schedule is 3 days of press. He does it all, stays in the hotel otherwise, leaves on schedule. Before leaving he sends a message through his publicist to the film's Thai distributor. Ask them to ask their contact in the tourism police to pass on a message. I have the video. I kept it. If I hear that Chai the vendor on Silom Road near Saladang is harassed again by those officers or any others, the video goes everywhere, every international outlet, with full context. His papers were legal. His license was valid. What those officers did was extortion. The video shows it clearly. I have no interest in embarrassing Thailand. I love this country, but I will protect that man if I have to. The message is passed along. Van Damme lands in Los Angeles. Marco meets him at the airport. I heard back. The tourism police commander received your message. He wasn't happy, but he passed it down. Those 3 officers have been transferred to a different district, away from Silom Road. What about Chai? Someone checked. He's still at his spot, still selling. No problem since. Van Damme exhales, nods. Good. 3 months later a journalist finds the story. Asks Van Damme about Bangkok. About the police incident, about being told to leave. Van Damme is careful, doesn't condemn Thailand, doesn't expose anyone specifically, just says what he believes. I filmed police harassing a working man whose papers were completely legal. They stopped when they realized it was being documented. That's all that happened. I don't know if that's a Thai problem or a human problem. I think it's human. Power without accountability does what it wants. Documentation is accountability. Anyone with a phone has that power now. Use it. Do you regret it? No, but I understand why people don't intervene. It's risky. You can get arrested. You can get hurt. You can create bigger problems. I got lucky. I had enough visibility to make intervention low risk in this specific situation. A regular person might not have that protection. So I'm not telling everyone to do what I did. I'm saying that when you can help, when the risk is manageable, when you have tools others don't, use them. That's all. What about Chai, the vendor? I hope he's okay. I hope he's still working. I hope those officers leave him alone. He pauses. I bought 3 wallets from him. Never had a chance to find out if they were any good. I use one every day. It's the best wallet I've ever owned. Real craftsmanship. Real quality. The man was just trying to make an honest living. That should be protected, not punished. 5 years later Van Damme is back in Bangkok for a different project. Different film, different neighborhood. His first day he makes a detour. Silom Road, near Saladang. He finds the spot, the blanket, the leather goods. Chai is there, older, maybe 60 now, but there, still working. Van Damme approaches. Chai looks up, takes a moment, recognition, then a smile that lights up his face. He stands up. They shake hands. No shared language, no need for one. Van Damme points at his wallet. The one he bought 5 years ago, still using it. Chai laughs, points at his work. New pieces, even better than before. Van Damme buys 6 more wallets, pays triple the asking price. Again Chai tries to refuse the extra money. Again Van Damme insists. They take a photo. Chai's daughter who is nearby translates. He says you saved his business. After what happened he thought he would have to stop. Thought it was too dangerous to keep selling there. But then nobody bothered him. And he realized he could keep going. He never knew why they stopped. But they stopped. He's been there every day for 5 years. He says you gave him 5 more years of work. Van Damme shakes Chai's hand again. Tell him he gave me the best wallet I've ever owned. That's payment enough. They part. Van Damme walks back toward his hotel. Bangkok rushing around him. The chaos. The beauty. The ordinary people working ordinary lives. Deserving protection. Deserving dignity. Deserving someone to stand next to them when power gets it wrong. Not everyone has a phone with enough weight behind it to make a difference. Not everyone has visibility that protects them during intervention. But when you do, when you have tools that others don't, when the risk is manageable, you use them. That's all. You just use what you have. For Chai, Van Damme had a phone, a face, a press schedule with every news channel's number. That was enough. Sometimes enough is all it takes.